William Larman is a dairyman, and he's talking about his new neighbors.
Oh, yeah, I'm happy for them.
But they are not dairymen.
Because they said they come from what? Ritz. Planet Ritz, I think.
It is not a joke to the people who've built these two large pyramids and elaborate Egyptian-style ornamentation and put up rows of double-wide homes on some 400 acres of rural Putnam County farmland and woodland.
How many people live here?
You got different families living here.
It's a place that granted our request for a visit inside the secured gate, allowed us to watch the workers build new ceremonial structures, allowed us to listen close up to the continuous chant broadcast from a speaker bank at the top of one of the pyramids.
For our people that want to get spiritually in tune with the in the sun.
But for the most part, sidestepped our requests for answers.
What about the guy from another planet?
We'll make sure you get all the newspapers.
About that.
Are they a cult?
Depends on definition of a cult. Certainly there are many characteristics similar with other entities that are defined as cults.
How long you lived here?
About 6-7 months.
Jerry, our tour guide, says he came here from Alabama. The sheriff says most of the other residents come from the Northeast, New York, Philadelphia, Baltimore. How many, including how many children, is unclear.
He's Yanun?
He's known by many names.
The group's leader is identified in literature as Malachi Z.York, the Supreme Grand Master. He is described as a charismatic speaker and apparently a prolific writer, producing monthly newsletters and dozens of books.
He says that he is from the 8th planet in the 19th galaxy of Iliwun, a universe far outside of this one. Does it make sense to you?
That's in the book. If he wrote it, then yeah. We're from Orion. Dr. York is from Risk. He's from Orion. What's the deal?
Pardon me, I'm gonna have to have a drink on that one. Tamaray, man from the planet Risk. Where do I start? Nuwaubians, excuse me, I'm sorry. Sabians, I had heard that your names again. So now you're not Nuwaubians. You want to be called Sabians now. Yo, let me ask you a question. When are you all gonna this shit up? Straight up. In the 90s, y'all played Cowboys and Indians. And I know for you young Nuwaubians, y'all don't know nothing about what I'm talking about. And since you don't, I might as well tell you. When Dwight York moved down to Edenton, Georgia, to the land called Tamaray, were dressed up in cowboy outfits, wearing cowboy hats, boots, while listening to country music. Then years later, Dwight York, I don't want to offend you all, Dr. York, Nabab Yanun, or whatever the call him, decided that he wanted to be an Indian. Not just a little Indian, he wanted to be chief. So he called himself Chief Black Eagle. And we got dressed up like Indians and called ourselves the Yamasee Native American of the Creek Nation, descendants of the Wichita Native Americans. And then years later, we were Moors, and then we were this and we were that. And it just keeps on going on and on and on. You go through one school after the next, after the next, after the next. And when Dr. York wants to come outside and play, he always wants to get dressed up in different outfits. One day it's, I want to be an Egyptian. The next day I want to be a Moor. The next day I want to be a Christian. The next day I want to be a Muslim. The next day I want to be an Indian. The next day I want to be a cowboy. And every time he wants to come outside and play, he wants everybody to get dressed up just like him. And it makes no sense to me. It just doesn't. I can't believe you all follow this man. This man said it in the 90s. I can't give you what you want in order that you would want what I have to give. And he said, I gave you information. And in information, this is information or knowledge that you will be able to prove. But now I'm giving you outformation, and this outformation is out of this world. This outformation cannot be factually proven. And we ran with it. A bunch of idiots believing in everything this man fucking said, and it makes no sense to me. In the book, Man from Planet Risk, Dr. York talked about this inner city located inside the earth called Shambhala and Agatar. And he said he met a group of Ewok-looking beings called Duwanis. And the leader of the Duwani, named Sinclair, talked to him. And he said that Sinclair liked reading William Shakespeare's plays. This is in the Man from Planet Risk book. And it's crazy to me that he would say that, because at the end of the day, in 2018, Dr. York is locked up for 135 years in a supermax prison located in Florence, Colorado. And I am told that he is several feet underground. So I'm thinking here, the Duwanis are inside a city, inside the earth. Why can't one of the Duwanis dig up to Dr. York's cell, free him, and bring him down to Shambhala and Agatar so Dr. York can live out his life free, a free man? Because it's bullshit. Just like on page 31, Man from Planet Risk, when he talks about the barythoric gland. Now dig this. The barythoric gland is supposed to be a gland that grants you the four highest senses. The four highest senses being telepathy, intuition, clairvoyance, and psychometry. Now let's assume that Dr. York was innocent, right? He didn't molest anyone. Let's assume when Dr. York went to Edenton, Georgia, and built the land Tamaray, that everybody was out to get him and the Nuwaubians, and they set him up. They got his son involved and set him the fuck up, right? And now you got an innocent man serving 135 years. Let's assume this. Now watch this. Being that Dr. York said that he has a barythoric gland, and one of the four highest senses is intuition, shouldn't Dr. York have known not to take his black ass down to Edenton, Georgia, because he knew he was going to be set up? That's why I know that he's not a master teacher. That's why I know that your organization is full of shit and that y'all are playing games. Period. Y'all going through all these schools, putting on different costume at the costume at the costume at the costume. Aren't you tired of that shit? Nuwaubians, or rather Sabians, excuse me. I'm sorry. It's crazy to me that Dr. York set you all up to fail. And what I mean by that is, why would you, just check this out, why would you take your black ass to Edenton, Georgia? Everybody knows that has lived or that's living in the state of Georgia. Everybody knows. Don't you take your black ass to Putnam County? Everybody knows that. Everybody knows the safest place in the state of Georgia is in Atlanta. I got an OG, right? OG friend. Was born and raised in Atlanta. I mean, this is a Grady baby. Now, all you Atlanteans know what I'm talking about. This was a Grady, or is a Grady baby. My OG friend said, yo, black people are safe within 285 that runs around Atlanta. Outside of that, it's questionable. Now, I agree with him to a certain extent. I think it's okay to live in Sandy Springs, Dunwoody, DeKalb County, Gwinnett County for blacks. But once you start venturing out, Cobb County, Marietta, Kennesaw, Forsyth County, going towards Augusta, Athens, Macon, Putnam County, oh, that's KKK land. You might as well draw a bullseye on your fucking forehead and on your back. And I just don't understand, how didn't Dr. York know that? I remember I used to go to the land and I would drive past billboards of Confederate flags and I was like, how the f do these live here? How? When are y'all gonna wake up, man? When are y'all gonna wake up? It's crazy that anybody can be a master teacher, because y'all accept any and everything. Shit, I could be a master teacher. Yeah, I might as well be one. I'm gonna call myself Sweet Baby Jesus. Oh, I am your master teacher. I shall rise. Oh, oh, oh. I have the all-I-seen eye of Ra. Oh, oh. I landed on this planet 70,000 years ago. Oh. I've been tailor-made just for you. Oh. Oh. How y'all doing out there? My name is Netir Haru Shanulana, also known as Sweet Baby Jesus. I'm here to save you all. I am your master teacher. I know you all have been calling and asking, and I've been here all this whole time, just looking down from heaven, because there is a heaven. Yes, true indeed, it is. I am Sweet Baby Jesus. Note that. I'm iced out, and I'm here to take your money. I'm here to save souls. Yes. Yeah. And I can perform miracles. Yeah. I can disappear and reappear. Jesus. Pop lock. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. And disappear. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. Reappear. I'm still here. I'm here, there, and everywhere. Whew. About to pass out again. Donations. 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 Thank you. Thank you, Sweet Baby Jesus. Thank you. Yeah. And it's ridiculous, because the reality of it is, as much as you all want to say that I'm a clown for performing, but you never say that about your master teacher. Never. When he puts on his outfits, his costumes, you never say that about him. You never talk shit about him when he talks about him being from Risk, the planet Risk. And it bugs me out, because at the end of the day, where the Riskians at, man? Where's the Riskians to save you? Where the Pleiadians? Where's the Ashtar Fleet Command? Where are all your imaginary friends at? when you need them. It's crazy. You can't even rely on your celebrity friends. You know, because, I mean, I thought at one point in time, Music Soul Child was a Nuwaubian. Where's he at? I thought at one point in time, Pastor Noose from De La Soul was a Nuwaubian. Where's he at? I thought Kedar Massenberg that runs Motown was a Nuwaubian. Where's he at? I thought you all said 21 Savage was a Nuwaubian. I thought you said that Jay-Z was a Nuwaubian. I thought you all said Erykah Badu was a Nuwaubian. Where they at? Or do they believe that he's guilty of the crimes that he committed? Nobody talks about victims. No one brings their names up. Like Nikki Lopez and Tyreek. And all of the rest of the strong brothers and sisters that got on YouTube and told their story. Do you know what it feels like for a grown man to tell the world that another man touched him? Y'all are cold-blooded, heartless. Just like those reptilians that Dr. York used to talk about. Just like those reptilians or greys that he talks about in The Man from the Planet Risk. Cold-blooded. And it's crazy to me. I am done with this master teacher shit. I'm done with it. The only master teacher is within me. And if I have to look outside of myself, which is a reflection of me, and if you have to look outside of yourself, look for someone that's gonna give you life. You see, my master teacher has given me life, even though he's dead. I used to eat table salt. Now, I put pink Himalayan sea salt on my food. I didn't know about quinoa, this superfood packed with amino acids. Now I feed my kids kamut puffs. Give them coconut milk. Now, I eat goji berries. Now, I eat black rice, black beans, wild rice, garbanzo beans, and green lentils, all because of a man named Dr. Sebi.